What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the new album, the second studio album from Joey Badass, entitled All American Badass. And my goodness, what can I say? This album is there. It's politically charged, and I've been waiting for the new Joey because January 20th, 2015, his birthday actually, he released Before the Money, his debut album, and I've been with Joey since 1999. I think that was his first mixtape anyway. Um, I'm not sure. I would say I'm sure, but I'm not sure if he had music before that. A lot of times artists have plenty of music before they get notoriety. But as far as I know, 1999, that's how long I've been with him. So I could say since the beginning, really, as far as music that I know about, that main people know about. Uh, but what can I say? This album, it's something else. It's different. It's definitely different. I'm gonna go ahead and read to you my notes, but I revised the notes for my written review on OKThough.com. And let's go ahead and get right into it. Second studio album, Joey Badass, All American Badass. Joey Badass is back after 2 years with the second studio album, All American Badass. And there's clear progression from his debut effort in 2015, Before the Money. And as his new project comes in politically charged during very shaky times in America and all over the world. And Joey also experiments with new instrumentation on beats and his vocal delivery here. And I don't talk about every track. I just talk about pretty much every track actually. Um, actually, I think I do talk about every track. But anyway, on Good Morning America, the first track, Joey speaks on the oppression of black people, the retaliation, and while all of it's going on, people either sleep or they just don't care. And Joey also is sure to touch on false promises in America for black people, and the same type of false promises that that are for black people. It's not even black people; it's really minorities. But he doesn't go that deep into it. That's just like my personal belief about that. The next track, Joey surprised me over my people because I didn't, not to say I didn't think he had it in him, but I just never saw that from Joey to deliver a chorus like that over a very wavy, jazzish type of beat. And he makes it very clear that he wants to excel and pave the way for his people, primarily providing for his future children and taking care of his mother. The next track, Temptation, is a very funky, different type of Joey. I mean, with an emotional speech from a little black girl on the intro and outro about how she is just, she doesn't feel that it's right how black people are getting treated just because the color of our skin, we're people just like anybody else. And on the outro, she actually cries, and you just hear the clapping from people, and it's like, my goodness, like, hit me. Like, the first five tracks, Joey came out the gates like, damn. The next track, Land of the Free, is the lead single where Joey talks about what a lot of black people feel and know, especially about most of us having the last name of the people who owned our ancestors. And when I first heard this track, I was like, it's definitely going to be on the album. It has to be. I didn't feel like this was just going to be something where Joey's just putting it out and it's just going to ride for the rest of eternity. Just be one song about how he feels about Donald Trump and a lot of other things. And he spoke about Obama as well. This reminds me of like a, I don't, it kind of reminds me of Juicy, just the sound. It kind of sounds like the 90s, just more calm and relaxed, just like Juicy was calm and relaxed. Much like Temptation, Devastated is different. Core Joey fans were not on board with this being released as a single because, and I can see it kind of seems like Joey's trying to appeal to a more pop rap scene. Like the four previous tracks mentioned, it's one of my favorites though. I like it a lot. And Joey talks about a time where he had the really the we gonna get it mindset, even though at the time he was still feeling devastated, thinking that he'd never make it, and having pre-fame worries. And Joey lets you know about just how hard work and patience was all it took for him to actually get there. On Why Don't You Love Me? Well, Why You Don't Love Me, Miss America. Joey, he asks America the same questions a person may ask their parents or a significant other, when they're fed up with their bullshit. The next track is Rockabye Baby, which features Schoolboy Q, and it is the hardest hitting song on this album. And Joey and Q rap about being involved in gangs and how they worked with what they were given by the government, drugs and guns. And Joey keeps the change of pace going with Ring the Alarm, featuring Pro Era's own Nick Caution, Kirk Knight, and Flatbush Zombies' Michi Darko. Beast Coast movement, what can I say? Beast Coast Cypher with really what stuck out to me was the shots fired at these ad lib rappers. He's talking about how I'm going my SoundCloud, all I see these ad lib rappers. Now, this next track, man, what a feature. Super Predator featuring the Lox is Styles P. I'm glad it was Styles P and not Jada. I mean, I'm not saying like Jada was gonna be featured. I'm just saying I'd rather hear Styles P with Joey other than Jada with Joey. Produced by Static Selector, so I knew I was gonna like it. Actually, the first two tracks were produced by DJ Khalil, who's one of my favorite producers right now. And I think it was the second track that he had some help with it. I don't know if it was 1900 or not that helped, but I knew I was gonna like it. This one right here, Super Predator, because Static Selector did it. And I get some Tribe vibes, Tribe Called Quest. And Pete speaks on blacks not getting their due for being responsible for America being built, while Joey spits to similar lyrics that really just stick to what he's been saying on the whole album. Like I said, politically charged album. And the next track, Babylon, features Chronixx, and Joey, like his fed up lyrics with the hardcore delivery somehow fit with this softer beat. And Chronixx is a follower of Rastafari. So I read on Genius actually that Joey said it was just perfect for him to be featured on here, Babylon. Next track, one of my favorites, might be my favorite on here, featuring J. Cole, is Legendary. It's the first ever Joey and Cole collab. We all know Cole used Waves back in with a remix beat. He didn't even remix the beat. He just, did a remix of Waves in late 2016 for a remix as a bit of promotion for his, at that time, upcoming album, For Your Eyes Only. And I should have seen this coming. I mean, just given the fact that, what Tribe said, I just love seeing this because Tribe, Q-Tip said that on their final album, We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service, that Joey, Cole, along with Earl and Kendrick, are the leaders of the new school, leaders of the new generation. They're the leaders of the flow, I believe is how he said it. And I've never heard recent Cole sound so clear and focused. I mean, my goodness, I haven't felt him like this since Forest Hills Drive. And he's just worried about whether he's living his life right or not. And what stuck out to me, Joey stuck to his lyrics he's been saying on the whole album, but he also spoke about how black babies are born with a number already waiting for them in prison. It's just like, goddamn. And the final track, All American Idol, is where Joey keeps it political, but also speaks on how being being back home, isn't smart or safe for him anymore because he's an idol with a message now, not that young wannabe anymore. He's more than a celebrity though. And when he said this, I'm for dead presidents to represent me because I've never known a live one to represent me. I just thought that was interesting to hear because, Obama was in for 8 years. I was like, damn, he didn't even see Obama as a president that represents him. And Joey speaks a lot on the outro about what America is and simultaneously isn't hiding and what people aren't doing. And some people just aren't doing anything. And what is being done isn't right or enough. And he also reminds people that it's not just America where oppression happens. It's every day around the world. It just isn't shown. And what can I say? This was a welcome change of pace from Joey. It may just be better than Before the Money. It definitely has more to say, more important things to say. That's not to say what Joey was talking about on Before the Money was important because he was talking about the come up, how money isn't that important. Just giving you those real 90s vibes. It felt so good when I heard Save the Children, Curry Chicken, um, Christ Consciousness. I was like, my goodness, man. But this, another good, like Joey's, let's see, we got 1999, we got Summer Nights, but really 1999 for me. That's what I'm feeling more than Summer Nights, even though Summer Nights is damn good. For the Money, All American Badass, and Summer Nights as well. Joey, he's 4 for 4 as far as albums go, though. 2 for 2. Good for Joey. Good for Joey. I don't see him ever releasing a mixtape ever again, though. Like Logic said, never release another mixtape again. But he actually he released one. But just gets to a certain point, you don't release mixtapes anymore. What would Kendrick look like releasing a mixtape? What would J. Cole look like releasing a mixtape? Like, really, that's mixtapes for guys on the come up, or rappers who are past their prime, past their peak, and now they're just putting out mixtapes, and then every once in a while an album. That's what that is. So Joey's not gonna release a mixtape again. Crit is not going to. J. Cole is not going to. Kendrick, Drake, well, who knows? He might release a playlist or a mixtape, who knows, and sell them both. But overall, I'd say the rhymes, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. The content, a 4 out of 5. And the beats, a 3.75 out of 5. And overall, a 3.75 out of 5, which equates to a 7.5 out of 5. 7.5 out of 10. And that's pretty much it. If you like this album, or if you like this review, or if you did, just let me know how you felt about this album and my review of it in the comment section below, and what you think about my review on it. Also, be sure to hit the like button if you like this review, share the review, subscribe if you're new. Get me on Twitter, Facebook, Audiomack, SoundCloud, Instagram, and hit on my email for business. What I mean by hit on my email for business is if you need your music chopped and screwed, review, if you need beats made, you want to be featured on one of my upcoming DJ mixtapes, or you have any inquiries that you just might have, just let me know. dynamicjb@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and I definitely recommend you check this album out, so I'll leave the link to stream it in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time.